Do you want to show up better in your marriage? Like you have it more together, like you are more respectful, especially when it comes to conflict resolution. Well, I have some news for you. Maybe what has caused that is something that you are unaware of. And we're going to be unpacking that today. We're going to talk about how you can show up better like you really want to be in your marriage. Hi, I'm Mary Whitman Ortiz, Christian relationship coach and sex educator. And on this channel, we talk about how to overcome some of those intimacy issues in marriage by providing communication and connection tips. So, what are we talking about today? How you can show up more like you want to in your marriage. So, first, let's unpack what are some of the causes that may be hindering you. And the first one that I can think of is that what you're not aware of is how you are valuing yourself. If you are not valuing yourself, if you're not showing up with self respect, then that interferes with the relationship. You have just lowered the relationship level in your marriage, and your spouse will feel that. And maybe it's because you're just uncomfortable with freely expressing yourself. Maybe this has happened because how people have treated you, and you just never noticed that. Another way that this could have been caused that you were unaware of is that you never saw healthy relationship skills modeled for you. So that means you don't know how to use conflict resolution to actually draw you closer. Hey, a lot of people only see it as that fight, flight, or freeze, but there is a better resort, a better result, a better benefit when you can draw closer even through conflict resolution. And if you've had fear of being ridiculed or rejected, or that there were outrageous expectations for you, yeah, you might not have felt like you could really show up at yourself. Now, I hope this is helping, and if it is, would you give me a thumbs up? What is a third cause that you may be unaware of? Well, this comes to that self-awareness and self-care place. Maybe that was not high on your priorities. I know there are seasons in life and we are just pushing through, and there's a lot of things that kind of fall to the sidelines, and it may have caught up with you. Also, you maybe didn't know you have power to change. You don't have to be stuck. I honestly believe that God has made each one of us that we can step into our fullness, that we don't have to have a spirit of fear, but we can have self-control. And that plays out in every area of our life, including our marriage. And maybe you didn't know. You get to be what you want to be and not just what someone else expected you to be. So, what can you do about this? How can you show up like more of you? Well, I want you to remember where your value comes from. God is the one that made you. God is the one that determines your identity. And you know what? He truly loves you. So he is going to give you the best view about yourself of anyone. Something else that you can do is remember that you can create a healthy relationship by learning relationship skills. Even if they were never modeled for you, it's not too late. As a matter of fact, if you are watching this right now, then this is your heads up. And I just applaud you for tuning in. Whatever caught your attention with the title, with the picture, this is a divine encounter, a divine appointment for your life, for your marriage, for your family. I mean, the ripple effect once you are able to identify some of these things, wow, it is all good. And a third thing that you can do is become self-aware. I didn't say become selfish. No, self aware means, man, you are learning about yourself. You are learning how you show up in the world. You are learning how you affect your spouse. And every time that you have that information, you have a choice right at your fingertips on what you are going to do with what you know. The other beautiful part about self awareness is nothing changes until you see it. If you don't know you have a problem, then you won't be working on it. But self awareness means, ooh, what am I doing? Oh, how does it affect other people? That awareness is definitely a step forward. And I believe that is when you begin to partner with God, to partner with heaven. And wow, you will see such momentum as you are going forward. And hey, God can work a whole lot more with a car that's in drive versus a car that is in park. Now, I hope this is getting you all excited about your marriage and relationship and things you can do. And I want to tell you about the Love Connections Marriage Program. We unpack 10 of these amazing ideas that will make your marriage better, and you can show up in your marriage the way that you've always wanted. So just check the link below on how you can become a part of the Love Connections Marriage Program. Thanks so much for tuning in today. Remember that Father God's design for a thriving marriage is that you to know this sweet place of connection in spirit, soul, and body.